Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to move on with our next bout. Would you welcome to the cage, Luke Gifford. And would you welcome his opponent to the cage, Gregor Zuchowski. This is Amateur K1 over 3 2-minute rounds of action in the heavyweight division. And in the blue corner, he weighed in at 99.6 kg. He represents Guerrilla Muay Thai, Luke Gifford. And across the cage in the red corner, he weighed in at 99.7 kg. He represents the Perun gym, Gregor Zuchowski. Your referee, Mr. Dan Motherhady. Dean, there's heavyweights and there's heavyweights, and these two men are heavyweights.
Huge.
Heavily muscled, and Gregor Zuchowski, huge fan following right at cage side. Luke Gifford, his opponent in the blue corner, and having to take some heavy punches and knees early here.
Zuchowski is dictating the distance and dictating the pace. He's using the leg kicks very well. He's coming round the back of the guard here with the hooks, Malcolm. He's looking to land it just behind the ear.
Well, Dean, from our position, and they're right in front of us here, he's got a very distinct height advantage as well. He is a genuine monster.
Gifford now needs to start doing something. He can't just throw out punches with nothing on the end of them.
Well, he's backing into the cage wall there to try and get some momentum and turn, but as you said, offensively, the one thing, if you look at Zuchowski's stance, the lead leg is there to really be chopped at. I would go for the inside from where not the rear leg brings you into those heavy fists. Chop away with that lead leg to the inside of his lead leg. Stop him coming in.
It's a body shot. Yeah, again, with the lead leg, he's chopping away, Malcolm, but he's not throwing any vicious intent. He's just tapping it away, and it really gives Zuchowski no reason to step back.
Exactly, Dean. It's the right tactic, but it needs to be higher to the inside of the thigh, and it needs evil intentions there, because he cannot keep just sucking this up unless he's thinking that the oxygen needed to propel the blood around that body will hinder him after a round. Good work with the left hand, finally, from Gifford.
Zuchowski's trying to find a home for that overhand right. If he can fire the jab out and pull the hand down, the left hand down, he could place that overhand right onto the chin of Gifford.
Well, a big bolo punch from Zuchowski, but the point is Gifford's still there. And I honestly think, Dean, that part of the tactic could be ride out the storm. It's a big man. That's a lot needed to send the blood around that body to those muscles. I wonder if Luke Gifford is gambling on the old-fashioned gassing of Gregor Zuchowski, given the size and musculature of the man.
It's a heavyweight gamble here at the LFC, and that is a viable tactic to make your opponent punch himself out and then capitalise on it. Interesting point there, Malcolm.
That said, Dean, picking up what you said earlier, I agree. I would still like him to really sting in those kicks to the lead leg. It's there. Gregor's got a very wide stance. The leg's there. It's vulnerable. Get that thigh, start slowing him down and really work that. But we saw right at the end of the round, Luke Gifford starts to come forward, starts confidence. The other thing in his favour now, he's felt the best afresh Gregor Zuchowski's got to offer. And he is still there. So here we go, round two with the big men. And Gregor checks the inside leg kick this time and comes pouring forward again. And again, Gifford starts to target the leg. I like the way Zuchowski checks. And for a big man, a nice high point kick there, gets the crowd going. The bolo right hand over the top. The bolo's viable when you're that much taller, Dean. It comes over and it can crash to the side of the ear, the top of the head.
Zuchowski is using this reach advantage there. He fires up uppercut and then finishes with a body kick, brutal leg kick. And this is what we need to see from Gifford. We need to see those leg kicks, see those combinations just like that. But Zuchowski did a great job of lifting his knee up and checking the kick.
He checks well, Zuchowski, and again, for an amateur, that he does it with just the leg. There's no eye movement, there's no dropping of the hands. And I would like to see from him more of those chopping leg kicks of his own. But look at his right thigh, the inside of Zuchowski's right thigh.
Yeah, there seems to be a rather large welt there on his rear leg. I don't know if that's a previous bruise, Malcolm, or from this fight. I mean, that's...
To me, it could be a training bruise there, Dean, from the previous fight, because the other thing that must be a worry for Gifford, Zuchowski doesn't look to be gassing to me.
Nice uppercut, left hook from Gifford. But again, Gifford just needs to plant his feet and throw some power into these punches.
And when he's there, as I said, that lead leg is there for the taking with a power kick. And I would like to see Zuchowski use more of that kick we saw to the outside of Gifford's leg, utilising those huge muscles. But I reiterate, to me, it looks like Gifford has taken the worst that Zuchowski has to offer and feels comfortable enough staying in that zone to trade with him.
Zuchowski now driving for, looking for the knee, and you can see the reddening of the midsection there of Gifford. And that is just, there's no way to describe it, Malcolm, apart from Zuchowski has found a punch bag in this heavyweight matchup. And Gifford really needs to start turning it around, throwing some power onto his punches and using movement to get around and create angles on Zuchowski.
This is the problem for Gifford. I don't think he's been really rocked or hurt by Zuchowski, which might have shocked him, which might have shocked everyone given the size. But that's not enough. He's now got to turn that confidence, as you said, into an offense. He's taken what he's had to offer. Zuchowski has not looked like gassing. He might be a bit more fatigued, anyone would, but he has not looked like he's gassing. And at the end of the day, Gifford really needs an offensive here. I don't think he's been hurt by Zuchowski. You can see as you look up at him, but he needs to start turning things around here in the third. So third and final round, and I'd like to see Gifford start fast and really go for Zuchowski now, because he is 2 rounds down, and Zuchowski does not look as tired as Gifford might have thought he would be.
Gifford trying to work the uppercut there. I think he's going to have success. He needs to circle out now. See, he's following Zuchowski, and Zuchowski just meets him with his puncher, drives him back, and then Gifford will walk straight forward. He needs to go laterally and pivot off.
Yes, Zuchowski piling on the pressure, and he felt that midsection knee. Luke Gifford, you could see that the mouth, he did the goldfish, and he felt that, and now he's coming back. But Zuchowski, to his credit, for the size of the muscles and the size of the man, superb cardio, Dean.
Both of these heavyweights have got amazing chins and amazing determination. And we can see now Zuchowski drops his hand, and that's a telltale sign that he is tired. Gifford has to capitalise.
He has put all the effort in, let's be honest here. And maybe this was, as you said, the moment that Gifford is waiting for. Zuchowski got to be very careful with those knees. They're coming dangerously close to the head of Gifford, and it is still amateur rules here.
Still seems to me like Gifford's holding back.
He can't afford to, Dean. He can't afford to. This is better.
Thundering leg kick there from Zuchowski. Really turns his hip over.
Do you know what, Dean? In the kicking department, he's superior to Gifford there. As you said, he really means it. But just the first signs that Gifford's beginning to get through. And he's staying to his task. And that body shot hurt Zuchowski. His hands dropped for a second there, Dean.
Gifford needs to capitalise on this. Go to that body, and when the hands drop, go to the head. Really needs to mix it up. He's careful about that overhand right, though. That's going to be the counter in that mid-range.
There's the point proven for you, though. I said Gifford doesn't feel Zuchowski can hurt him for all the size, and he just shrugged when he hit him. And at the moment now, it's all Gifford, but he's left it too late, Dean. He has left it too late.
Swing and a miss there from Zuchowski, and a stiff jab. I love the way he puts that out, really gauges the distance and moves back just enough not to get countered by Gifford.
Superb fight from 2 men with great cardio, but I think Luke Gifford will look back, and his third round, he needed to start about midway through the second. We'll see, though. That's for the judges to decide. But on my scorecard, if he'd have started that halfway through the second, this is a different fight. I think he almost certainly gave up the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there, Malcolm. I mean, it's such a beauty to watch such huge men in a heavyweight fight. Zuchowski just put the pressure on, used the leg kicks very well. But again, we will go to the judges' scorecards. LFC 11.
Ladies and gentlemen, 3 hard-fought rounds in the heavyweight division. 2 incredibly strong men. Let's hear it for both your warriors in the cage. But we do have a unanimous decision. Our judges in favor of the red corner, Gregor Zuchowski.